Hello everyone, I know this is a different look, but it is very cold out today, so I'm wearing my favorite Adidas beanie. And I did want to announce before we get started with the review of the products that I will not be doing a Christmas gift guide. I'm actually going to post one on my blog, but I simply don't have enough physical product like what I'm going to show you today to share with you. So if you want to see a Christmas guide or what I would give as stocking stuffers or actual presents, then go ahead and check out my blog, RAEview.com, in the next couple weeks, and I will have everything that you want posted on that website. So now let's get started. I had switched up my winter skincare regimen because my skin gets really dry around the cheeks and my lips are always super dry and peeling. So I'm going to show you today what I use. First of all, I'm going to start with my favorite new product, which is the DailyLook Rose Moisture Plus, which is a moisturizing cleanser. This is a hydrating foaming cleanser, and DailyLook is a more or less natural brand, but they're based out of Australia and their products smell divine. I'm a huge fan of roses, and this has a similar scent to the rose scent from Jo Malone, the Red Roses scent, which I adore, by the way. But the DailyLook moisturizing cleanser has a slightly exfoliating effect, so that's why I've used this instead of my Clarins with orange extract daily exfoliating cleanser that I usually use in the summer. I've been using this instead, so my skin's been nice and hydrated, no flaking or peeling whatsoever. And then I top with the Rose Moisture Plus moisturizing cream. So this stuff is really heavy duty. If you have very dry skin, I just want you to know if you put a lot of product on, it might necessarily not do anything. I know some people feel that when their skin is really parched, they have to layer and layer product on, but actually it doesn't work that way. In fact, your skin can just get clogged and your skin will still feel really dry. So just use a little bit, you know. They say use a pea-sized amount. I use about half a pea-sized amount, and it's more than enough for my face and my neck. So I've been loving this because it's a great protective moisturizer. I'm very sensitive to wind, and when it gets really windy, my skin gets super itchy, and it's incredibly painful to touch, but this has helped create this barrier so that my skin is nice and hydrated underneath, and the wind doesn't bother me so much. And I also, after using this moisturizer, top with Dior Snow's SPF 50 sunscreen. Now for the two products from the Rose collection that I don't necessarily use daily. This is the DailyLook Rose Hand Cream. I wash my hands a lot, whether it's makeup or food or the gym. I'm constantly washing my hands, but I don't always remember to use hand cream. I really like this hand cream. I'm very particular with hand cream because I don't like it when my hands are sweaty. I don't like it when hand creams are greasy, but I really like the texture of this, plus the smell is what really gets me to use it. I don't really apply this as much as I should. My hands are pretty dry, but they've been doing a little bit better these days thanks to the hand cream. So I highly recommend you try this one out, especially if you already know you like the rose products from DailyLook. Now for the DailyLook Rose Water Balancing Mist. This is their deluxe edition, so it has the roses and it's a larger size. I really love this product, and you could even put it in the refrigerator and use it as a pick-me-up if you would like. I know a lot of you are dedicated to Caudaly's Elixir, which my best friend also uses and loves, but I feel like that one, the mintiness, I think it's the eucalyptus in it, I'm not quite sure, so don't cite me on that, but there's a really strong minty fragrance and feel to that product, which is why I'm not a huge fan of it, even though it does work. So I use the DailyLook Rose Water Balancing Mist because I feel like it's more gentle on the skin and it's very hydrating. So a lot of times what I'll do in the morning is wash my face, and instead of using my Holy Grail SK2 toner, I will use this one instead, depending on how dry my skin feels. And I think it's a great toner for normal to dry skin. Now, my night routine these days has been pretty simple. I switch things up all the time. So if you haven't seen my acne favorites video, then check out the products that I use for my acne right here. I'll link it up ahead so that you can check it out. I don't use the same products every night. I switch things up a lot. I just use whatever I feel like my skin really needs that day. A lot of times though, what I've been doing recently is taking my makeup off with Bioderma, and I love this stuff because it keeps the redness on my cheeks down. When I wear foundation, you can't really see it, but I have hyperpigmentation and some redness around this cheek. And this particular product, for some reason, the Bioderma, really works to calm the redness in my skin. So a lot of times when I put my eye makeup on first, if I'm wearing a really glittery DailyLook, I'll take all the residue off with the Bioderma, and all the heat from the filming and sweat and whatnot, all signs of that are completely erased by this Bioderma solution. And you can also use this as a toner, but I only use it to take off makeup or during makeup jobs. So I really love it, and you can buy it online. Amazon sells it. But after taking my makeup off with that, I'll go ahead and use my traditional face washing routine of my DDF cleanser and my Clarisonic Mia. And then after I get out of the shower, a lot of times what I'll do is go straight into the Hautelook Purely Bright on nights where I feel like my skin is doing well, it's not too dry. And this is also very, very good for dry skin. So I like to make sure that my skin is well hydrated, so when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any flaking. A lot of times in the winter, I get flaking around the nose and around the cheeks, and it's very distracting for me. And the problem is I can't use a heavy-duty exfoliator because then my skin will peel and feel even more dry. So that's why I like to make sure my skin is ultra hydrated, and I make sure that I use a moisturizer at night always. And the Purely Bright has been my favorite so far, and this really does help revive dull, dry skin. So even though it's called Purely Bright, again, whitening products aren't just to whiten the skin, it's to help even out skin tone. And like I said, I have pigmentation and redness, and I do have freckles and whatnot from sun exposure, so that's why this Purely Bright moisturizer has really been working for me. And now last but not least, I'm still a little hesitant to talk about this product because I like it, but I'm not sure how much I like it. It's the Hautelook Rose Body Oil, which hydrates and balances the body. And as you guys know, if you've watched my last favorites video, which I will link here if you haven't seen it, my body's skin is really, really dry. And as much as I like this oil, it is so difficult to get this product out because it has a very thin, small nozzle. It's almost like drizzling olive oil into a pan. I really feel that if they improved the packaging, I would love it a lot more. Maybe if they turned it into a spray bottle and I could just spray it all over my body, that would be great, because this stuff is really hydrating. The formula is excellent, but the packaging is so distracting that I'm not really enthusiastic about using it because it takes so long to apply this all over my body. It takes me about 10 minutes. That's why all the tapping and trying to get it out and then warming it up in my hands and then applying it to my body, it's a little too much for me, especially because I like my nighttime routine to be as minimal as possible so I can just go to bed. But I do recommend the product as long as you can handle the packaging. And you know what? I might actually go ahead and put this into a spray bottle, just drip it all in there and see if that works any better for me. So now that you've heard me drone on and on about how much I love the Rose Moisture Plus collection, I'm actually going to do a giveaway for the Rose Moisture Plus Essentials, and this is going to be one lucky winner's prize. And I'm going to open it up and show you, and I know some people don't like this, but you know, I'm just trying to show you the products that are inside. I'm not going to open the product itself. So here you can see you'll get the cleanser, the Rose Moisture Spray, the hydrating mist, as well as the moisturizer that you can use to follow up with the hydrating mist. And actually, that's just one of the sets that I'll be giving away today. The second one is the hydrating essentials. I know even those with oily skin do experience a bit of dryness depending on what kind of products you're using during the winter. So Hautelook and I decided to give away one of these hydrating essentials kits. This one has a skin balancing face oil, so just like this Rose body oil, but instead of using it on your body, you'll be using this one on your face. This one will also come with the hydrating mist, and you'll also get the Herbal Recovery Gel, which I have not tried, but it is a very popular product and it's great for all skin types. So regardless of whether you're oily or dry, it should still work for you, boost up the hydration levels in your skin. So now, I just wanted to let you know that this giveaway is open internationally, and please follow the directions because this giveaway will be open for 3 weeks, and then I'll go ahead and ship out the boxes to the 2 winners, and you will be able to submit an unlimited amount of entries. Just make sure that you don't spam the entry boxes. You just comment once at a time. You know, switch up the comment a little bit here and there with exclamation points or periods. That way your comment won't get marked as spam, and then I'll be able to see it and input it into the randomizer. So make sure you follow all directions, and I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope this gave you some insight into my new winter skincare routine. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!